arriving earlier at the arena with a big game on the road awaiting. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldrich joins us on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, it took 5 long months, but Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for Los Angeles, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Avery Bradley is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's James in at the 3. See, before players settling into the new season, when you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh Lord, that looks like it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
Now here's Bradley. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. Poked away and stolen by White. Pass to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. And that's going to be a travel. And here are the Lakers. And they double up James. Knocked away. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Back to Markkanen. Got a piece of it. Pass to James. They get a hand on it. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Otto Porter is in attack mode. When he gets to the rim, he gets there in a hurry.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Davis finds Kuzma. Shoots over Markkanen. Kuzma can't get it to go. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the Bulls pick up 2. Rondo, bounce pass. Davis against Carter. From about 16. And it's Davis missing. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his side. Oh, that was something else.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Bradley, no one around him. And that one, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move.
to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
The pass to Kuzma. And here's Bradley. He's guarded by Markkanen.
Hoppa.
Here's Davis. Carter pulls it in. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Levine.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find an open man.
We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Here's Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Anthony Davis. JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Bradley.
Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season. And they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hoped for going into the year.
James dishes to Cousins. LeBron outside. Cousins, the pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Now Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Intense shot. Now let's take a moment to see the teams that lead the league in field goal percentage. Number 1, the Bulls. The Lakers second.
And here we've got two teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
One of the guys who fills up the stat sheet. Unfortunately for Cousins, that tends to include a high number of techs each year.
And Cousins drops them both. And here's John. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Satoransky, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continue to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Left in the first. McGee looking at his numbers. He averages a bit over 9 points a game. To the inside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helped to get points off the bench
Ух,
when you're
блядь.
on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. Rondo against Dunn. Rondo passes to LeBron. Pope loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And previous Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for James. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. And no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Here's Dunn. Another three for Chicago.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he has this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of the game. Even when you're struggling at times, or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you gotta have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in a power forward. Lakers trail by 17. Here's Rondo. He had 13 points in the win against Houston.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Так, сейчас 5 сек.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Так. Данил, мяч в камеру. Все баскетболисты на месте, ебать копать. Как сам.
Chicago leading by 17. Valentine dishes to Young.
Хопа.
Steve from Cousins.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Outside Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers.
Нормально? Заебись.
Outside Green. Shot clock at 5.
Чё, как уже сегодня? Да ебать, как он продавил-то? Пару магнитол с машин, припаркованных на районе, уже оформил. Или ты работаешь по-крупному? Как настоящий нига из Бронкса. Крэк уже толкнул сегодня? Белым. Пивко. Какая-то кружечка чешского. И 3 корочки.
Well, Kevin, Marcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him. It was also an eye-opener. Cousins said,
Ну как, Хазе?
could be your last day playing.
You know what I'm saying?
Celebrity, all the
Вообще за английский шаришь что-нибудь? За сленг?
the game has grown. But at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player.
За уличный движ?
Challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, DA.
Вообще, ты в какой субкультуре, блядь? М? Тебе 14 лет, ты уже пора, ты уже должен был быть в какой-нибудь субкультуре. Ну, хотя бы поменять парочку. Оп, блядь. Ну как хз, ты, блядь, рокер, рэпер, блядь, анимешник, хуй знает. Ты в чьей банде состоишь? Ой, бля. Ладно, давай проще, чтоб ты хотя бы понял. А то я смотрю, у тебя там что-то как-то сложновато все. Ух, ёп. Какой музло слушаете вообще? Ой, бля. Кишлак? Не знаком. Это что такое? Это группа такая? Певец. Это жанр, блядь. Я же не спросил тебя там группу или что-то такое. Нету такого жанра в музыке, как кишлак. Есть рэп, есть рок, есть попса, кей-поп. Что тут у нас? Хаус, драм бейс, джангл, транс-музыка, психодел. Вот. Электрохаус. Из рэпа там гангстер-рэп, клауд-рэп, кальянный рэп, русский рэп. Ой, бля. Слушай, ну если ты умеешь писать, буквами владеешь вообще, распиши, пожалуйста, что ты имел в виду под словом кишлак, музыка. Я пока не особо представляю, что это такое. Ой. А я пока... Вот, 2 очка. Не, если не умеешь писать, там у тебя, блядь, все хуёво, я хуй знает, может там инвалид какой-то. И по уму, или, блядь, по этому, по физиологически. Ты мне так и напиши. Я тебя заебывать не буду. Извинюсь, там, блядь, вся хуйня. Ты, главное, дай понять, просто я же не знаю, кто ты такой вообще. Может, там буквы не все знаешь. Ну вот. Ух ты, я с фолом прям. На нахуй. Чикаго Буллс, блядь. BVC. Распиши тогда, пожалуйста, что такое BVC. А я просил подробно расписать. Подробно расписать — это не 3 слова, это 3 предложения как минимум. Я не знаю, блядь. Ты мне скажи, может ты там двоечник, блядь. Ну еще что-то, может проблемы какие-то у тебя. Так и напиши. У меня проблемы, блядь, я вот такой-то, у меня есть справка и вся хуйня. PVC. Что такое PVC? Смотри, если я сейчас введу это, загуглю, как говорится, и это мне ничего не даст. О, нихуя у меня там упал. Да отъебись тоже. Ой. Сука. Нету такого слова PVC. Google ничего не дает. Википедия написано. Финляндия. Это город. Да? Саванранта, Саванлина, Финляндия. Я тебе даже без надписи скажу, кто такой кишлак. Кишлак — это поселение В горах это может быть, в степной. В основном на Кавказе встречаются и в азиатских странах. В странах СНГ. Кишлаки называется. Это как село, это как деревня. Ну что-то тема. Но это отдельно, это кишлак. Определенное количество жителей и все дела. Не, если ты не знаешь, напиши. Я, блядь, криворукий, блядь, и не все буквы изучил. Я тебя заебывать не буду. Все. Ты, главное, предупреди, блин. Тоже я же не знаю, какая у тебя там обстановка. Но если бы я был бы панк-рокером, я бы, может быть, ну, как вариант, одну группу бы я бы назвал бы кишлаком. Реально таких абриганов бы, блядь, туда. Взял бы, короче, максимально абриганы, такие колхозники. Вот это был бы кишлак. А, все. Все, базара нет. Ты долбоеб, все. Вопрос снят. Можешь ничего не объяснять. Как вообще дела? Нормально все? Все, вопросов больше не имею. Сразу бы написал бы. Все было понятно. За какую там команду топишь? По баскету в NBA. Шаришь за NBA вообще? Ой, бля, вот это я проебал. Ой-ой-ой. Знаешь такую пословицу? Нет, пидора, ответ. За футбик? Бля. Так тебе, значит, девочки не нравятся? Просто не, ну футбик это страшная тема. Че, обиделся? А все футболисты обижаются на это. Ладно, за какую команду топишь? Давай русскую. За иностранную я, блядь, тебя, знаешь, уже прочитал, за что ты там. За какую-нибудь эту, блядь, это, Барселону. О! За Урал? Да ну нахуй. Че, серьезно? Красава. Молодец, что поддерживаешь своих кривоногих. Конечно, нихуя играть не умеет. Пиздец, как они не умеют. Ну ты красава, молодец. За своих, красава. Молодец, что за своих топишь.
Last season, the trade request for Anthony Davis became public, a $50,000 fine when his agent confirmed it. A tough situation for him and New Orleans.
Ты знаешь, кстати, ну, блядь, наверное, российский рок-н-ролл где появился?
The league said no, Kevin. The fans, you know, he's still a fan favorite in New Orleans, and they paid their money to see him in large part. Now, a new team, hopefully it works out for everybody.
LeBron outside.
Свердловской области на Урале.
Another shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen's got his fourth rebound in this one.
I'd love to see them
О, хорош.
a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence.
Группу Чаев знаешь?
To get back in the game.
Outside Rondo passes it to Brandon. Puts it up from 15. They get it again.
Так, ладно, я...
Banked in off the glass.
Нет?
Got 8 points.
А вот теперь веди ты.
Polished move by one of the best bigs in the game. Anthony
Про
Davis
Чаев.
is just showing off.
Что такое группа Чаев? Вот так
Puts
вот.
it up off the glass.
Я же уже вводил.
Defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10
Давай,
straight
теперь ты.
in the paint.
Rondo against White. The pass to Davis. Dishes it to Bradley.
Тю, бля.
5 on the clock. Kuzma outside. From deep. No good from LeBron.
Писец, они, блин, кидают постоянно на последней секунде.
And will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be game 5 of 7 on the road. It's stolen by
Ой,
Rondo.
бля. Мячик отняли.
To the paint.
Сука.
Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. Levine hitting to the hoop.
Defensively, this is what you want from marketing. Playing with
Красиво.
confidence. Good things will happen, just like
Бля. Красиво.
1:31 left here in the third quarter. It's Bradley on the wing. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Here's White. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Davis. Now here's Bradley, the fast break.
Забыл. Но это неудивительно. Базара нет.
With the basket, the assist by Bradley. James has got his first basket.
Good open look. Avery
Опа.
looking poised
Ща.
with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
Here's White. Sinks the triple. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. James looking it over.
Я написал, что ввести.
Carter pulls it in.
Ух ты.
Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Так, подожди, рановато.
White the pass to Carter. And here's Levine. 13 points in the game. 5 to shoot.
Yes.
Good on the shot. Levine's got 6 points in the quarter.
If history is any indicator, more often than not, Levine's going to take this shot. It's what he's built to do.
Ну, давай, Леброн.
Now here's LeBron. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. From deep three-point range.
I'll tell you, Otto Porter was all over that shot, suffocating deep.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them ahead.
О, прикольная нарезка.
We'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. So the Bulls 5 right now. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. And it's
Ай, блин,
Young.
мимо.
Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4-man position. Down low, here's McGee. Goes back up. And another shot. And he comes up with the deuce.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Over to the wing. Here's Hutchinson. The
Да.
18-footer is right on the mark.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here is Cook. Satoransky covering. Got a piece
Hop,
of it. Over in the corner, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Over Young. Brooks brings the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Smitty, the NBA now presenting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
That's a good point. Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for the Bulls. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Green kicks to Caldwell Pope. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Satoransky. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break and then points at the other end.
That's tipped. Here's Arcidiacono.
Да, блин.
Hutchison. And the layup falls. Hutchinson's got 4 points this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far.
Ну, все правильно написал. Сам ты смог прочитать это?
Pass to Dudley. Will it go?
Ай-яй-яй.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Ну, короче, прикольная группа. Прям песни у них интересные есть. Про жизнь. Веселые, короче. Во-первых, ага. Короче, прикольные там есть песни. Советую. Ну, ты что-то из них тоже точно слышал. Допустим, это никто не услышит. Вот эту песню ты по-любому слышал. Ну еще, наверное, по-любому ты что-то слышал. Ой. Красиво.
And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
Back to Cook. Pass to McGee. Now here's Anthony.
Надо было кидать ему. Он свободный был. Моя защита что-то проебала момент.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Satoransky.
Ух ты, блин, по рукам нафиг. Я аж здесь слышал, как по рукам дали моему бойцу. Так, это мы проебали момент. Ай, щет.
And it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load,
Давай сверху с мясом, yes.
nothing less than guarantee a win.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. And the Lakers with possession here. Clock at 6. That's a floater go. Offensive rebound. McGee dishes to Douglas.
Блять.
Back to McGee.
Я без фолов только.
Goes up again. That one doesn't drop. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Satoransky. Makes it off the glass.
Неплохо.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And McGee kicks to Cook.
Ух ты.
The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Goes up on the wing. McGee's shot is off.
Ну все.
Chicago takes this one and by a big
Победка.
margin. A
Ну,
resounding
за победу.
victory for them. And break in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.
Yeah, boy. Ух, нихера. Фига.
Just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
Что-то музыка пропала.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. And take a look at the Nets. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now, Chicago, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Chris, we're getting into a new season, but already we're seeing teams hit that injury bug early on.
Yeah, Kevin, don't you just hate to see it? So hopefully those guys come back healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that, but I tell you what, again, injuries can always also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time that didn't get that much time before, so they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back, and by the way, you have a guy that you developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Rubio dishes to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Rubio, the pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Oubre can't get it to go. Porter against Booker.
На.
By Porter.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
We played just over a minute here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Inside. Here's Rubio. Had a hand on it.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And the jam by Levine.
Wow, the quickness Levine possesses is just fantastic. At times, he overwhelms you with it on these drives inside.
Rubio against White. Oubre outside. And the Suns miss again.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
Here's Sharch. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season, he was on a short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the game as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
And he gets it to go.
Look at that, Kevin. I mean, the penetrating skills on display. The mobility is so difficult to defend against.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Levine. But 3 buries the long-range jumper. Levine's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Suns trail by 9. Sharch outside. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You got to respect the interior game of Sarge. I mean, solid at using his size to his advantage now.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit a favorable matchup on the floor.
Ну что у нас? Обезьянка пришла. Давай, газуй.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Sharch. Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here's Valentine. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
Good on both. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Here's Hutchison. Beautiful reverse layup.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against New Orleans.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Here's Johnson after the Bulls pick up 2. Bridges with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New Orleans. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Chicago leading by 9. Satoransky looking around. For Booker. Sederansky, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
A nice shot by Booker.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Lakers. And Young kicks to Sederansky. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Нифига.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams. But they did it very well.
The Bulls leading by 7.
Well, with all the youth the Bulls had, the team wanted to bring in some veterans over the summer.
Yeah, and that's something that needed to happen, GA. I mean, the team had some room in free agency to fill out some leadership roles, but in Chicago is still a major market. The vets would love to come and play for the Windy City.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Dunn passes to Sederansky. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Sederansky got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. Tipped away and stolen by Dunn. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the
Да,
last
блядь.
5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors' loss to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. For the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Now, Booker following the miss by Dunn from deep. Johnson can't get it to go. Here's Chicago. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Sederansky. The 9-footer's on the mark. Sederansky's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. The NBA will play a regular season game in Paris for the first time. Hornets and Bucks. Chris, you're planning to be there for that, aren't you?
Such a beautiful city. Can't wait. And think about all our players from France that are here now that are doing such great things in the NBA. It's going to be awesome for them to get to go home and do it in front of their fans.
Good substitution here for Phoenix. Andres is checked in for Aaron Baines. Sharge comes in for Kaminsky. Oubre is checked in for Booker. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Johnson. Now, here's Rubio. Last time, 14 points for him.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Porter, no luck. Suns trail by 17. Oubre outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharge. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Zach LaVine on top.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
Now here's White. 17-point lead, their biggest. From deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup. And their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Chicago with the ball. big stretch here going 10-2. The shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. And it's Oubre off the drive. No good with the layup. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. A nice shot by Carter.
There is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable. It feels like he can score at will from there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. 1:31 left here in the second. That one falls.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sarge. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Chicago leading by 15. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. It was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
Now here's White. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this thing.
White with it. Now defended by Oubre. And White with the stuff.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. Levine against Bridges. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Jumps up. And White with the stuff.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
And how about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
To the paint, here's Carter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Rubio. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Chicago Bulls with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Chicago came ready to play. Some major league offense and defense in the mix as they raced out to an 11-2 lead. As the first quarter came to a close, they saw that early lead disappear. Tie game at the end of one. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they generated. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
They were brick city and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's
done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1 spot. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. How about that guy? I mean, that's just from the excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, you call him the old head one, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Carter kicks to Levine. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Levine's got 12 in the game.
With the swift release and a strong ability to create separation, Levine is a beast on the perimeter.
Back to Rubio. Pass to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Levine.
Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Rubio finds Oubre. Now here's Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Oubre outside. Over Carter. Here's Ayton, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
He's checked in for 8. Kaminsky comes in for Saric, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Hutchison, the shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Five to shoot. From deep. Rebound collected by Levine.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Hutchison off target at the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the rim. Over.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. right around 3 minutes into the second half. Offensive rebound, and he banks in the layup.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forward.
Chicago leading by 21. Here's Satoransky, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And it's Kaminsky at the elbow. 1:35 left in the third. Here's Booker. That one's not going to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Valentine. Here's Satoransky. And the Bulls another three.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Booker. Defense is right there. Now the pass to Kaminsky. Over Levine. Kaminsky misses. Chicago has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Young with the steal. Passes it to Hutchison. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And that one misses. So for the Suns, Shaq Diallo, he's checked in for Aaron Baines, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. The Bulls also changing it up. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Valentine, and it's done in for Satoransky. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Teams changing it up here. On defense, Chicago. Pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Rubio against Markkanen. And again, it's the Suns missing.
I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes it.
And so it's Chicago rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Well, teams are getting shaken up a bit. Coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job. Okay, we don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, and they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. Bridges out there with Diallo. Then there's Ayton. Then there's Carter. And it's Rubio in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Diallo. Felicio with the rebound. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game, and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
For Phoenix, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Pass to Diallo. Now Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. They get a hand on it. Carter on the wing. Overdone. Here's Diallo. The pass to Bridges. Carter outside. To end the run. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Chicago's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Here's Cornette. It's called in by the Suns. Rubio with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And it's out of bounds. Right top by Dunn. So for the Bulls, Valentine comes in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for Chris Dunn. Carter outside. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league can find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Chris Dunn.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
Pocket 4. Here's Carter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Chicago. They picked up 11 straight. Passes to Arcidiacono. And the 3 off target. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Cornette passes to Satoransky. They get it back. Felicio off on the layup.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Kicks to Carter. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Satoransky. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it this week.
And And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. It's Friday night and live on 2K Sports. We're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, to be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And here's a look at some numbers for Mitchell.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard position. And for Utah, Green plays the 4 with Gobert at center. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. And it's Exum in at the 1.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Now, here's Exum. Ingles in the corner. He kicks to Exum. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Here's Mitchell. He can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Help to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, Greg, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Utah with the ball. Here's the Jazz with the ball. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Now, here's Exum. Defense right on him. 5 on the clock. Shoots over White. Exum's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Porter, here we go. Down low, Markkanen plays it up and banks it in.
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. them deciding where to go with it. Outside, Green, stolen by Levine, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls.
You see Zach Levine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Here's Exum, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Tipped away and stolen by White. Markkanen passes to Levine. Porter in the corner. No good from outside. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
And the Jazz with some changes. Davis is checked in for Green. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Moutier in for Exum. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Young's checked in for Carter. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Levine, and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. The three from Valentine. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Moutier passed to Davis. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And you gotta like the vision for marketing. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
And stolen by Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Moutier after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And Gobert with the basket on the assist for Moutier.
And you can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Dunn up top, defended by Moutier. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. Another three for Chicago.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Stolen by Satoransky. By himself. Oh, that was a strong goal.
That is nice. And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Here's Mitchell. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this. Utah coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
Yo, motherfucker.
Very key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
Well, look at the turnover ratio and look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. Mitchell and Bogdanovich. They're the wings. Davis is out there with Gobert, and it's Moutier in at the point. Kicks to Mitchell. He feeds it to Gobert. And he lays it straight in. Gobert has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, this guy's so big and athletic and getting very good at establishing himself on the interior.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Davis missing. The Bulls leading by 16. It's stolen by Gobert in transition. Here come the Jazz. He gets it in there.
Yeah, they raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Йоу. Давай, газуй, бро. Газуй. Бой.
Jeff Green is checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Dante Exum in for Emmanuel Moutier. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Dunn. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Outside, Levine. From deep. A rebound by the Jazz.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's Mitchell missing. Chicago leading by 16. Carter right side. It's tipped. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on that defense. Bulls shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
That free throw, no good. Phyllis, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement. Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Carter outside. Back to White. Pass to Levine. Over O'Neal. He hits that shot. His first of the night. Now 1 for 6.
Well, such a quick release. Zach LaVine and a catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Now, here's Exum. Light covering. The drive by Green. No good on that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way. 1:15 left now here in the second. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Well, he provides that slashing presence from the wing. Porter has got all the tools.
Here's Exum. Hutchison with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And LaVine throws it down.
Boy, defensively, you want to take LaVine out of his rhythm. That means no open lanes to the rack.
For Utah, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. For Ed Davis. And a change for the Bulls. Markkanen's checked in. Here's Exum. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Nice ball movement by Utah. Ingles finds Green. 4 on the clock. O'Neal misses. The Bulls leading by 19. Here's White. And White slams it in.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Porter. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped out is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bulls out front, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. When we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jets. Kenny Smith, let's get to it. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Jack-like?
What's up? What's up?
They're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Let's go. There it is.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center.
That's just a great job picking his spots, where to be aggressive. LaVine drawing fouls at a higher rate these days.
makes the first.
You know, one of the things that Zach LaVine has worked so hard on is the ability to get to the free throw line. This guy has stated he wants to be one of the best to ever do it. Well, a great scorer gets to the foul line.
The Jazz shooting a meager 37% for the game. Knocked away and stolen by White. And White with the stop.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
And Utah has possession. Now, here's Exum. Green passes to Gobert. Over Carter. Gobert can't hit.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And the Jazz making a change here. Udier is checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Young comes in for Carter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Here's Levine. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the Stifle Tower.
To the left wing. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. And he's way off from outside. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. For three, Levine. Moutier with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shot to stop the run. That one good for two. Mitchell's got his first points in this one.
Well, it's a level of concentration that has to happen for you to finish through contact. Donovan Mitchell doing work.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Moutier after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Moutier pass to Gobert. There's the pass to Green, and that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Green, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Joe Ingles. Chicago also making some changes. Valentine's checked in for Otto Porter Jr., and Zedoransky subbed in for Levine. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Bogdanovich with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Fires top of the key. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different areas, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Davis. He has 6. And Valentine over to help. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Bulls. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them.
checking out Chicago. They've been a revelation here in the early going. Some people, including myself, had doubts about their plan coming into the season, but no question it's working.
You know what, Greg? It just looks to me like they're having fun out there, and sometimes that's contagious. It drives success. This is beautiful.
Now, Valentine, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. The shot by Sadaransky, no good. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Another miss by Utah.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Sadaransky frames the three-pointer. Sadaransky's got his first 3 points of the game. Sadaransky against Mitchell. That will count. No good on the last second attempt here. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay, get to the next play and get the defensive board. All right, stop the defensive board.
Asking his guys to just keep it moving. Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up in their own heads.
I mean, great point. There's no value in dwelling on each mistake. Learn what you can, then forget about it. Move on.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Bradley. Williams-Goss is out there with O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Doris, we know historically the Celtics, the only franchise to ever have a 4-peat, 4 straight championships. Do you think at some point we're going to see another?
I'm not sure there can be in today's NBA, Kevin, and there are a number of different contributing factors. Number one, the salary cap implications that happen. Number two, look at the Golden State Warriors, who were well positioned for a three-peat. And yet, as you know, luck plays a small part in an NBA championship. Luck relative to injuries. You see Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant both get lost in the midst of an NBA Finals. This is it's challenging enough to go back-to-back. Forget about 4-peat.
And the Jazz with possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Oni. Second shot opportunity. It's all in by the Bulls.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Cornette gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right wing. Here's Niang. Outside Bradley. The rebound by Arcidiacono. Chicago's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Now, here is O'Neal. That's tipped. They retain possession.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Bulls shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Baseline try, and he makes that one.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Bradley. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Here's Felicio. No good from 11 feet. And Thomas Zadaransky against the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. People look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Now, here's Valentine. Passes it to Sadaransky. Here's Arcidiacono. The three from Valentine. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Niang. It's tipped. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Arcidiacono. Boom, he jams it straight down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Williams-Goss. At the elbow, it's Bradley. And they get it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is off.
At the line, your Jazz. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Sadaransky. Takes a three. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.